Fire in the booth.
Fire in the booth.
Fire in the booth.
Hello, welcome to the Last Minute Podcast.
Fire in the booth.
Other than the Fire in the Booth.
Yeah, fire in the booth.
This is my man, Fire in the Booth 1. I'm Fire in the Booth 2.
Yeah, fire in the booth.
I'm actually called Mark.
Imagine if I just spent this entire thing just like responding to you, go fire in the booth. But you're like having like real genuine conversations. What do you think about the state of the political climate in New Jersey? And I'm like, yeah, fire in the booth.
Just grab that ball there, that was booth.
Fire in the booth.
Fire in the Booth. But yeah, things have been happening in the world, as it always does. That is kind of how the world works, I'd imagine. I've went back to college and I feel old because I'm the third oldest in the class. It's quite tragic. I wish there was more people my age so that I could at least pretend to fit in better. Yeah. Who's bad, man?
Fire in the booth.
Okay, I'm done with that. I will say this though, going back, right, it's been fun because every single day we've been singing Uptown Funk for no reason.
That sounds class.
It is, and it was Freshers Week that week there, right? And obviously, you get a lot of shit in. There's some guy doing DJing and that. It's like, mate, your set list is pish, but we don't say that because we're nice, right? But there's a mechanical bull. I'm like, right, I'll go on that.
I've never been on a mechanical bull before.
I used to be very good at them when I was younger in Spain. I always went to the same place, and they'd give me a lollipop for how long I stayed on it. So I was like, I'll probably still go this, right? Nearly fell off the way. I used my leg strength. I think I pulled a muscle in my thigh. Just the on there and really broke my thumb with how I was on it. I felt like I was like, ah. But I was like, I'm not going to let go there and just front flipped off it.
No, I've been on a mechanical bull, that's fun. I need to.
It is quite fun.
So it's a shame we never. It's a shame like all the pubs we went to in Benidorm didn't have any mechanical bulls.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been fun. Imagine Hayden on my day.
He would be the one to break something, wouldn't he?
I wouldn't know until I go back home though. He'd be like, oh man, I went to the hospital, found my elbow was fractured. it'd be something so weird. Like my elbow, it wouldn't be like his full arm. It wouldn't be like the full arm, it'd be like one bit of his arm. Like the elbow.
Even the elbow, just like that tiny wee bit.
So even the full elbow just, you know, like that wee bump bit of your foot.
Speaking of Spain, the place that I went for the mechanical bull was in Malgrat de Mar, and there was top notch quality, top tier mechanical bulls.
Mechanical bulls that are.
I was going to say this because I don't sound sus. I love riding them, but I was like, nah.
I don't know if it's counts. I don't know if it's counts mechanical bull because it was like flesh and all that, but you know, that fucking one milk I banged. They like told me I built like a bull.
I don't think that counts, bro.
No, I swear, didn't this person like fucking rugby tackle me behind me for like their weight that was like 2 years younger than me, coming in and seeing me banging his mom. Right, that is, as I've told you, that's like the most freaky experience I've ever had.
I'm not going to say it online because I feel like it's funnier if only you know like the fucking story about Cat House.
Oh yeah, which one's that? Is that the one I was there with you?
Oh, the one that traumatised me. I didn't go for like 6 months.
Then I went back for like 6 months until I was like, guys.
Pretty much.
Yeah, hopefully this time it won't happen.
Yeah.
I've got my pal with me this time, so maybe he'll be like sober enough to point out like that's
traumatised. I should point it out. It wasn't like anything bad per se happened. It was more just so theocracy.
You don't tell anybody else about that.
I've told Nathan that, and he told your uncle.
I did tell my uncle,
and he was just pissing his shit, which was funny.
That's right. I was at my birthday party.
And seriously, be in that fucking mental hospital.
Why the very first thing you ever said to him?
I know.
No. We're getting off topic. We weren't there. There was
never a definitive topic.
There was never a definitive topic. This is just one we've got to rant. This is the rambling.
This is just our ramble, mate. So yeah, I've been watching House of the Dragon. I'm trying to convince him to watch it. I think it's going well. Question mark.
What is it? What's the last thing that I watched? Unfortunately, the last thing I watched was the She-Hulk episode 1. No, I don't know what like, all these people online were saying about She-Hulk, but it is the bestest show ever.
Stop the cap! Stop the cap!
Bestest show ever. Jennifer Walters is not a narcissist, not a narcissistic character. the writers of the show definitely know how to write courtroom scenes.
Yeah.
Definitely know what they're doing.
She-Hulk, yeah.
If you think Daredevil had good courtroom scenes, nah, you need to watch some She-Hulk courtroom scenes. There's a bit in the courtroom where, you know how like the Abomination.
Oh, wait, is he actually back in it?
No, he's actually they've actually got the actor who played him in the film. So, but you know how like the end of the Incredible Hulk, he goes like on a rampage.
Yeah.
Right, it tells everybody. So you think the court case would be around him, you know, and you safer in the public? It'd be something like that, like if you change the person, because rehabilitation is a thing in prison. So you think the court case would be being rehabilitated? No, the entire court case is because like Wong took him. Did you ever see Shang-Chi?
No,
Right, so the Abomination had a cameo appearance in Shang-Chi, right?
Why?
I don't fucking know. Just because, eh? Just because cameos.
Cameo like the video game.
Yeah, I want to point out, She-Hulk is not every episode's got a new cameo, even though every episode we've had like a different cameo. We had Bruce Banner in the first one, Abomination in the second episode, Wong in the third episode. Wong.
Oh, right.
Wong.
Right.
Wong.
Wow. I know, I thought you said Wong. I was like, who the fuck's Wong?
Wong?
Aye.
That's Wong's cousin. He doesn't do magic the same way they do. He does party trick magic. Like,
he's actually my dealer. He makes stuff go trippy.
He's like psychedelic. Psychedelic. So yeah, that's what I watched. I've seen She-Hulk, and
you poor soul.
No, I think it's the best show ever. But that might just be because my brain cells rotted as I was watching it. So
that is quite possible.
That is a possibility. I mean, there's nothing more I love than like straw men characters to like prove a point.
Yeah.
It's because the thing is, if you don't have a decent argument, make up a straw man. I mean, it worked so well for the Nazis.
Yeah, they were just doing it.
How much did they increase the population by? Because of straw man arguments, right? Convulsion.
just lowballing it as well. Just it's only about 2 million. Wasn't that big? Yeah, I know.
It could have been higher.
6 million in Jews alone.
It could have been higher if, like, you know, the pesky allies never got involved.
Actually, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you it quickly. That's in Cumbernauld. I'll show the camera on that. I know.
That's brilliant.
Fucking like it's an electric bike that is fucking personalised. They can go. I was talking to him. He said they can go about 50 to 60 miles an hour on it.
Oh damn!
I was like, that is quite mad. But he just keeps zooming down. I was like,
it's like the Tobey Maguire, Peter Parker, and the Sam Raimi trilogy, man. Just that wee moped.
It's probably faster than
his wee moped.
Let's see what else. I rewatched Mindhunter again because I love serial.
Oh, was that the two guys talked about serial killers and all that? I've only seen like the first 2 episodes.
You should watch more of it.
You watch me in it.
It's excellent.
Just man, I've not really watched anything recent because I've been watching The Boys. I've been enjoying that. That's been really good. I really like The Boys.
Yeah.
That's like, but again, that's not the best show ever. That of course goes to She-Hulk.
Yeah.
That's going to be my thing from now on, is referring to She-Hulk as the best show ever. Like, any show that has somebody twerking.
It's good, but it's not quite She-Hulk.
You ever seen like a CGI creature twerk before?
I don't think I want to.
Best thing ever. Do you know who Megan Thee Stallion is?
You mean Megan the Stallion?
Right, so
or whatever it is.
You know who that is, then?
Yeah. Nah.
What's his name but She-Hulk again?
Oh
yeah, there's a bit where she twerks with it. So Megan Thee Stallion, I don't know who the fuck Megan Thee Stallion is. I've never heard of her. Did she invent twerking or something?
She's like Cardi B.
She's like, oh god, that's all you need, isn't it?
Yeah, but the thing is though, is with Cardi B is, you know when she's taught about the stuff like she does?
Mm-hmm.
Right, but there's
so she rate guys then?
No, that I'm talking about like you know how like when she's talking about all the sexual stuff.
You've got to be specific.
You know how when she's talking about all the sexual stuff she's done, it's like, yeah, nah, I believe that. Megan Thee Stallion's, I remember when she's like, I will go 20 rounds with my guy. It's like, you sound like someone that's never fucked before. She's trying to be. She sounds like someone that's like trying to be sexual.
Yeah, she doesn't.
It just doesn't sound like they know what they're on about.
So she's in episode 3. So there's another cameo. There's another cameo. Right? So she's in episode 3, and the entire thing is that somebody, like, there's a shapeshifter elf from Asgard, and the shapeshifting elf at Asgard goes with like a guy, and the guy gives her all the money, thinking it was the real Megan Thee Stallion, and that's where. And then there's a court case based around that, and the entire.
Let me just look this.
Oh. Yeah, as I say, best show ever.
Yeah.
I mean, that is such a rousing trial.
I mean, the real question is, were you bricked up when the CGI?
I mean, there's nothing more important than I think PS2's characters need more representation in media.
PS2 characters?
Yeah, PS2. Which I miss the way the PlayStation 2 was. I swear down, this show has got the CGI of. But then again, you know how you always hear about the visual effects artists,
Yeah.
about how like the press they get doing like the Marvel stuff, and then you see them having to like create a CGI character twerking, and then you realise why they've got the pressure.
Yeah. I get it. I understand.
Imagine crunch time. Imagine that was what you had to crunch. Your crunch hours, you're getting underpaid to make sure this ass is jiggling correctly.
This is why DC is going to have a better fun. You know what? The 2010s were for Marvel. The 2020s are going to be for DC.
You know what's weird, man? Like, and here's the thing: DC is like cancelling everything, and somehow they're still getting a better track record than Marvel. Well, I don't know what you're talking.
It's basically like, right, this is shite. We're no fucking having it. This is bad. We're not having it. That's going to make it.
They're
making decisions.
I want to hug whoever had to do that fucking entire bit with She-Hulk twerking. I want to give them a hug because I feel like they'll need it. I feel like that's going to be somebody who never got to see their kids. Like little Johnny's like, Papa, why can't you take me on the bike ride, Papa?
He's called Little Johnny. He's called Papa.
Papa.
Explain yourself.
I don't like the Johnny. Is that what you're thinking about the videos?
No, I don't know what you're fucking on about.
I don't know, I was just going with a generic name. Johnny's like a generic name for a little boy.
Fucking Papa.
Papa, yes, of course. It's like the.
If Ma would call me Papa, they'd be getting the fucking left leg 11 on.
I'm trying to put like a sort of innocent spin on it, like Papa, I want to go on the bike ride. Or Papa, I want to go on the mechanical bull.
Daddy, I want to go on the mechanical bull.
Daddy sounds worse. I think Daddy's being rude.
Because you were nearly somebody standing.
I was nearly the fucking big brother. I don't remember that.
What are you doing, stepbro? What are you?
What are you? What are you to me? I'm the green nuts, you little cuck. Marvel has been the bread and butter for me recently.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but I'm just thinking back to the Daredevil, when Daredevil was like at its peak, the Daredevil series, and I remember the courtroom scenes were very intense. Like it was intense courtroom scenes and all that, man. Like any witness could come up at any point and it could change the fucking narrative. Or there was there was always a through line. There was thing they were arguing for, and it would stick to that. But sorry, I forgot about the Blonsky Abomination trial case. So it's not about him whether or not he's got to be safe in public. It's because he escaped prison, but then he decided to come back. Ooh, yeah, fucking best trial. In all seriousness, She-Hulk is an abomination. Wow. Just nothing going on. Empty thoughts. That's how I feel about the writers. Empty thoughts. They're all women.
Wait. Women.
Oh, women. Saying that though, I do think it would be a good idea for a woman to write for women, but at the same time, I think there should have been like a guy writer there to correct him with how stereotypical there's a bit. And right, so I'm not saying this doesn't happen, but like you know how if you go to handshake somebody, but they go for a bro fist, and you stay, but if you stay at the same time, you either like I'll go for like five for that, right? But in the show, what happens is the guy stands up, he puts his hand out, then the other guy stands up, like he sees he's got his hand out, and he does that. Like that doesn't happen.
Like what happens is somebody will raise it. They'll raise it.
It has to be. Aye, but it could have been easily choreographed.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's all based. These guys are lawyers, right? What lawyer would do this in not unformal setting? This is like a formal, professional setting. Would you?
You wouldn't get fucking.
You wouldn't be game trying to fist bumps. But that's how that these people write guys in the show, because all guys are misogynistic.
Yeah.
All men, basically all the guys are straw men. All the guys are straw men, which I love. I think that's amazing because there's nothing more than I like than to have my entire gender described by one guy who doesn't know how to fucking interact in social interactions. Because I'm one of the socially awkward guys I've ever met, right, Mark?
Yeah, you're very socially awkward.
Very socially awkward, can't I? How am I with women and all that, man? Remember that time I went to Cat House and there was a woman fucking hitting on me and I completely ditched her because I was too busy dancing.
Nah, that's
Yeah, me. Yeah, all guys love to just hit on women everywhere they go. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit, fucking.
I'm sorry, that's still so funny. I'm like, dude, you can get. You don't notice? You're like, mate, fucking dancing in there. I'm like, fair enough. I'll go back with our friend then.
You should have took me. Should have done that. But
I'm giving
we're not making that mistake when we go to Craig Tower. When we go to Craig Tower, Nathan is single, by the way.
Not surprised.
Yeah, so he was single.
Coming or is he no?
He might come. Oh no, yeah, I'm waiting. I'm just going. I tell him the day. I tell him I'm just waiting on him.
Just as long as he knows I've got a dubs of my room. He's not just fucking appearing and getting it.
No, he's not getting the room. He's getting the couch.
He can get the couch and a cup of tea if he's a good boy.
If he wants to get you, so he's got to need to go to their caravan. Because we're the only ones to bring people back to the caravan. As far as I'm concerned.
You mean like last time at the caravan? You can't get in through the door, he's having to come in.
It's different. We had a disabled boy there back then.
That is true.
I'm fat as fuck. I wasn't having like three fat women coming in, man. I could have fucking fell off, whatever. Could have rolled out in the fucking sea.
Fuck's sake.
Hen could have went like.
I'm still confused as to why he went for that.
Who was he going with at that point in time? Was it no? Yeah, but that's better. Anyway, I don't know. I'll tell you what. You seen Better Call Saul?
Nah.
No, you can watch that if you're Breaking Bad.
I watched El Camino, but yeah. But that was that 1 or 2 years ago?
Aye.
So my memory's a bit rusty about it.
One well, Jesse.
But I can't make much else. Just Alaska.
What else is on the anime front?
JoJo Part 6, Part 2's came out, and I'm saying Part 2 because that's what it is on fucking Mal, but it's just, they released 12 episodes in January and just 12 episodes there. Was it Thursday? So September 1st. But it's technically one season, but it's just these are calling parts 1 and part 2.
They do that all the time though.
Yeah.
I'll blame Harry Potter for this shit. There's no part 1, part 2 ever.
Yeah. Chainsaw Man's coming out next month, I believe, as well as Hell's Paradise is meant to be coming out next month too, I think, which I'm very excited for. The big the Dark Trio, the Dark Horse Trio, fucking jump. I'm most excited for Hell's Paradise. It was my favourite read. Chainsaw Man, Hell's Paradise, and Jujutsu Kaisen, my favourite read. So when it gets done justice, and if it isn't, I will riot.
I seen that there was Is it October, season 6 of My Hero?
I think it's October. Oh yeah, that's coming out too, and that's War Arc.
Yeah.
They better not butcher it because I will fucking riot.
Somebody who's only read like the first half of the War Arc, yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I've not read the other half of it, but the
guess-
first half was pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm hoping that goes well
Yeah.
because War Arc was pretty good.
Is phenomenal. I suppose the only downside is there wasn't enough deaths in it, in my opinion.
No enough death.
Not enough death.
I mean, who dies in that again? It's
Have you even got to death yet?
I know one person died. I know, was it Midnight Dance?
Yeah.
But then again, I never feel like I was ever like that invested in as a character anyway.
No, sure.
Look, if
But my sexual appeal and all that, isn't it? I know.
my sexual appeal is CGI Twelton She-Hulk.
No. Jokes aside, yeah, I feel like I think she was meant to get more development, but it just didn't happen.
Didn't.
Yeah.
I felt like there was something going on between her and All Might. I felt like that was meant to be like something like that, or it was hidden something like that in season 5.
I feel like there's meant to be like a fucking talk or something. Like, something important.
They two banged at some point. No, right?
All Might's nearly fucking 60, bro.
Aye, but he's going to have banged something, right?
All Might's a massive virgin dude.
Alright, so he's like Bakugo of virgins.
He's literally who. But why do you think Bakugo aspires to be him? He's never lost.
He's never lost. The man loses his virginity, well, he considered that a loss.
Aye.
But then he never came.
I mean, he's really got time to worry about that to do.
So, can we get like if NHS do like a dog series after him?
Fucking.
No, mate, like, I don't mean like that. I mean as a dogs.
Pause.
Let me rephrase that. Then was that, well, to be fair, there was, well, at Midnight's might be like the adult R-rated superhero.
Aye.
What does that mean? Does she like bang the convicts?
Oh no, it's due to her outfit and that. She used to have a more provocative outfit to test the limits to see how far you could go with a hero outfit.
I mean, but what's the point in that?
Mate, to be honest with you, she's meant to be like a fucking sexually liberated character and stuff. You get like somebody in Vigilantes, which is good. I mean, kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Like a hit.
Kinda.
I mean, I'm not against it. I'm just wondering what the how behind it is.
So she does get good development in Vigilantes. So does Aizawa.
Will they ever like make that a thing, like Vigilante?
I hope so because oh my god, is it? Oh, I'm forgetting his name.
It's a different artist, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna call him the Crawler because I'm forgetting his name right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's very compelling. Captain Celebrity is quite cool in it as well.
Captain Celebrity.
The number one at the time US hero. Is it not the most American superhero name you've ever heard?
I wonder what the fucking British. I wonder what the number one British hero is. It's be like Crumpet Lad. Teen Squire.
The Empire.
The Empire. For the Empire.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie though. If they had like a really like dark aesthetic outfit that's like hinted with like the fucking flag, that would actually look quite nutty.
Or Captain Colonizer.
Captain Colonizer. Colonizer Rex.
He doesn't fight crime. He just colonises like parts of Britain.
You are now my gang.
There's part. He'd be like a good villain. That sounds like a good villain. Again, I really want Captain Colonizer to be a thing. That should be something we should write down.
Or of course, you make it a thing.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
I'll make Captain Colonizer the same like I don't know, comic series. Deal with that guy the Ripper Belt and just make a new comic into through somehow. Invest a shit ton of money at I don't know, baby formula. I don't know. He'll make a comic industry. I don't know how he done it. I just know he did.
It's not a production company. It'd be a comic.
I'll get Kickstarter.
Hire artists that have got fresh ideas. Use them, abuse them, probably.
Oh yeah, we've got to make sure there's some
Misconduct or something.
No, misconduct. That's the word. Some misconduct. I mean, there's no real industry until there is sexual harassment in the workplace.
Yeah.
Let's just look at Hollywood. Just look at YouTube.
Actually, my cousin was talking about Ezra Miller the other day, and he said about how it's like everyone's he was saying like everyone's a whore or something in this industry, like obviously not literally but metaphorically for that. It's like you're either the person that's getting taken advantage of or you're going to be the one taking advantage. But that's how he says that's how it goes. And I mean,
Is this what Ezra Miller said?
aye. I mean, is it to be fair though? Like,
I don't think he came up with that.
I don't think he came up with it, but he's
There was a PR coach right behind him just fucking praying that he isn't allowed. How is he allowed to do it? Should he not be in like a mental institution?
yeah.
Right. No, I'm just saying if like a normal person done what Ezra Miller done, they'd be locked up. Why is he not locked up? Why is he not banging balls?
Maybe.
I mean, I know he was arrested and charged, but no, he should be serving time. He went into somebody's house and threatened to kill them.
Didn't he also hit somebody with a car as well?
That's attempted murder.
I know, my favourite thing is
Why is he behind bars?
my favourite thing is reading the headlines. Ezra Miller's Hawaii assault continues.
What is his problem with the people of Hawaii?
No, I like Hawaii. I'd like to visit.
And Ezra Miller as a person. I also don't think he's that terrifying. I think I could kick Ezra Miller's ass.
I think he's a great guy. I think he's a role model for all the children. He's great with a role model, and he's got fucking nasty ass feet. The only reason I know that is because it's like, do you know Ezra Miller's got nasty ass feet? I was like, no, I don't need to know this. She's like, wait, let me show you. I'm like, I don't need to see this. They're quite nasty.
Justice
Oh, it's literally just him walking about like with no shoes, and they're nasty. So yeah, on my celebrity foot fetish list, he's probably like a 1 out of 10, and that's me being kind.
Well, speaking, that's like seems to be why the big things be fucking She-Hulk and them. I was like, I know, like. I've probably seen Mary, the actress that plays She-Hulk's feet, than I have my own in like the last week or so.
Basically, fucking, I don't get fucking the feet thing. Feet are like the most disgusting body part behind like fucking kneecaps.
How's that?
I just fucking looked at your knees and just thought, what the fuck are you? Tell you, have a look at your knees, mate, and you'll realise that they're just like nasty.
There's nothing to your knee, it's just your knee in it.
But it's such a fit.
Aye, but
Oh, fucking right, you're one now.
I don't understand your point here. I don't understand what's wrong with knees.
What's wrong with feet then? Quite a lot. Nasty.
Well, they get you through A to B, didn't they?
Yeah.
Feet are useful.
I need to learn everywhere I go.
No, but it's going to sound weird, but I imagine the foot fetish has got something to do with like domination, like submissive and domination. Like, what is it? Kings always say you bow with my feet, right? Right. So you can get it to that point of you, like it's a domination thing. I don't know why. What people get me talking about this? This is all right. We're on this conversation, dude. The fucking. Wait, did you like search up knee fetish or something? Why are we talking about knees?
I like because somebody mentioned how knees are nasty one day. I was like, hold on a minute.
So your knees are like lead?
No,
Your knees are like lead, Mark.
no. I was like, you know what? I'll check it out. I'll see. I was like, you know what? They've got a point actually. They're pretty fucking nasty. Maybe it's just my knees, to be fair.
Right, let's
Look at your knees.
I'm not about my knees out now because I feel like this is just an excuse for you to see my knees.
just have them like a fucking bin nearby in case they're bouncing.
If I see my knees and you go jack up in here, I'm really concerned, Mark. I don't think you care whose knees it is.
Oh no.
No,
I'm
if you
just.
want to talk about manky fetish, these people who like shit or pissing. That's that.
Water sport is fun.
That is no. Dude, no.
Yes.
No. Like, Probably Tour move, happy days, fucking piss on me. Nah, I'm fucking putting you out a window. Good. Done it.
No comment.
Oh no, you can't do that, no. You can't do that. You can't be calling people out for having a foot fetish and then be like, oh yeah, I do water sports. Like, that's worse, that's mankier. That's like, that is so unhygienic as well.
But it tastes good. No, I'm joking.
Oh man. But as I was saying, yeah, the She-Hulk, probably at this point, it's got Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know what Megan Thee Stallion's name.
What?
Like, she calls herself Megan Thee Stallion, and a stallion's a fucking bull that you breed. A breeding bull. You know, I'm a stallion. I breed. I'm still.
He calls himself because he's got a breeding kink.
That's a weird kink. Yeah, I want to breed you. Is that like a fucking, like a spider? Like, I want to breed you. I'm fucking have tunnels of wings. Is that a kink, or is that just something? Is that just somebody wanting their bloodline to continue indefinitely?
It could be a bit of both.
A bit. If do you have a breeding kink now? Really, just want wings everywhere.
I don't want to raise them per se.
I just want them.
Ethan's going.
Damn. You know, when me and you decided we were going to start doing podcasts together, I never thought this is where we'd.
This is the line.
I never thought. I'd always wondered where would the line be, and now I'm starting to realise that isn't a line.
Isn't a line.
I'm starting to realise that this may be why they podcast they get cancelled and gets age restricted, like 5 episodes in.
Yeah. To be fair, it'll only be some episodes probably.
I mean, we'll get maybe we'll view it. We'll get age restricted with 0 views. But how the fuck did that happen? Like, how did that happen, mate? It sounds like the meme. It's like,
Actually, you know what we could do? We could just say we're sponsored by people and lie about it, but eventually they will just do like we are saying. They say we're sponsored, they'll give them money.
it says we're sponsored. We'll give them money, guys.
We're sponsored by.
Keeps. Yeah, Keeps.
Yeah.
That's like a popular one. Everybody gets sponsored by Keeps. Make sure you keep your hairline. It's very fucking important. Hairline's an important mark.
Not to agitate the hunt.
Okay, man. Tell you what, I absolutely hate about modern movies. They're all so fucking boring. Like, just the exact. You always know what character you're going to get. Alright? I always feel like you know what the movie's going to be as soon as you watch the trailer. In this day and age, and I can't help but feel that takes away, you know, the magic you're going to watch the movie. Because you watch the trailer and you know exactly what's going to happen, and you're like, I feel like I've watched the full movie now.
The only movie that I've not seen yet, I've just been too lazy to check out. That I think is going to be is Ever All at Once. I've just been too lazy to check that out.
Yeah, I heard that's really good.
I've just been lazy.
I just heard it's like a multiverse movie, better than Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, and also I know they switch languages quite frequently in it as well, which sounds quite cool.
Speaking of Mark, what was the best face?
I don't know. I don't really give a shit. Nah. Yeah.
I just can't go back to the last one.
I'll be honest. Aside from Spider-Man: Far From Home and WandaVision,
Fuck off.
no, not Far From Home. What is it? No, it's No Way Home. Aside from that and what do you call it, WandaVision, I've not watched Marvel in at least 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
I just quite literally just don't give a shit.
See, I didn't watch
Yeah.
I watched 2 or 3 episodes. No, I've watched 3 episodes of She-Hulk and I've cancelled my Disney Plus. I've cancelled my Disney Plus. Not because the show's bad, because as we know it's the best show ever. Just look at Rotten Tomato score. Definitely not boosted. Definitely not boosted. Definitely no review bombing. Only negative review bombs, Mark. only negative review bombing, never positive review bombing. There's never people who go out their way to. That brings me back. Do you remember when Batman v Superman came out, right?
Yeah.
And there was all this talk about Batman v Superman being negatively review bombed by DC fans. And there was a lot, but at the end of the day, everybody came to the conclusion that no, it wasn't negative review bomb. This was
It's not good.
Perception that was very split. There was people who loved it, and then there was people who hated it. There was no in between, right? That was it. It's 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's like split. That's like split right in the middle.
Yeah.
You either loved Batman v Superman or you hated Batman vs Superman, right? How come we can't get the exact same thing? How come when it's Marvel getting negative reviews, it's got to be a negative review bomb? All the same people who are claiming negative review bombs for She-Hulk and Miss Marvel are the same people who told the DC fans to shut the fuck up when they were saying that there was negative review bombing for Batman vs Superman. Right? How does that work?
It doesn't.
How does that work? How can one property be deserving of its negative review bombs and the other one isn't? Like Batman vs Superman is sitting at 50, like somewhere 50%, right? Somewhere in the 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. And the She-Hulk is still at what? 90%, 80%? Somehow. Because it's probably been positively review bombed. Or
actually, there's bring it back to Annie. I think the only Annie that I see that gets like anytime anything like surpasses it with reviews and that, people will go out their way to review bomb that so that it stays at number one. Is Full Metal Alchemist. Great show, but anytime something else takes like its number one spot and like say like it's ranked,
I'm not against.
Everyone's like, nah, this cannot be.
I'm not against review bombing as long as it's like for the meme.
Yeah.
As long as it's like meme, like when all the people like made up fake accounts just to like make Revenge of the Sith the highest rated Star Wars movie. I was like,
I mean, they're not wrong though.
Because that's the meme. The meme is that I love democracy.
They're not wrong though.
I love democracy.
I do think if I had the choice of Star Wars movies to go back and rewatch more often, it probably would be Revenge of the Sith. I really like that.
Revenge of the Sith and Empire Strikes Back. They're the two best of their trilogies.
Yeah.
I really like Return of the Jedi as well. Like I think that's just me though.
But
And the Ewoks.
I don't mind them either. I just get like less interested as it goes on.
I don't know, man. What's your favourite movie franchise then? The Sword movie franchise. Spyro. Spyro was a great movie.
It was. I'm not even saying that jokingly. I just genuinely had a good time in that movie.
No, yeah,
It's like we're not joking.
Like we know, I think me and you can both agree that's not like the best movie ever.
It's not the best movie ever,
but that's so much fun.
So much fun.
I think it just been because it had been that was the first movie that I'd seen in a while.
Yeah.
Right, it was the first time I'd been to the cinema in a while, and I just had like
it was great because we were guessing what the traps were going to be, having a laugh sometimes. me mad disbelief that the killer was who was. I was like, nah, that's far too fucking obvious. You called it straight up.
I called it as a joke as well.
You're like, I'm like, it can't be. Look,
no, you came in and went, yeah, my name's Shanks. I went, Shanks, he's the killer. And then literally as the movie went on, I was like, oh no, I think I might be right.
I was like, wait, he's killed him, but I was like, wait, nah, right, he's been skinned alive, but we didn't see his fucking face.
That to me was like, yeah, he's the killer, right? Why would you do that? And I was talking about my pal Luck, he never got to see it in the cinema, but he was the same. He didn't like. I said I called it. I said I called it the killer was not because I was any. I never called the killer with any proof or evidence. I called it on a joke, and I turned it to be right. Like, you know what, like when you make a joke and you're not expecting it to be right, and then you're right. But he was the same as us, because I was like, when did you realise who the killer was? The second he never showed him dying. The second he never showed him dying, I knew who the killer was, and I was like, fucking hell.
I would lie, I was in denial, I was like, nah, there's no way that they've made it this easy. There's no way.
That's the only way I thought it could have been. I feel like that was the only way it could have done it, like if it was a red herring.
I was like, there's no way it's that easy, and then it was just...
Maybe they did originally, but then, I don't know, man, maybe at some point they scrapped it.
I will say, in spoilers, I do love the fucking Samuel L. Jackson chap, where it's like, it aims the gun, and the symbolism, I enjoyed the symbolism there.
enjoy Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, enjoy him in general.
And
That's my goddamn son! Smacks the motherfucker.
the only thing I've never enjoyed Samuel Jackson in was Spider-Man Far From Home.
I'm gonna lie, I forgot it was in that. Actually, have I even seen Far From Home?
That's
I don't even know if I've seen that.
That's the one Mysterio.
I don't know if I've seen that. Genuinely, I don't. Have I?
I don't know. I don't know if you've seen it. No, you had seen it because me and you both fucking ranted about it on a chat, like when it first came out. Because
I can't even remember it for one.
but that's the reason. That's the problem with Far From Home. It's why they like really forgettable movies. The only memorable bit is the bit where Peter Parker's identity gets revealed.
I mind that, and
I could have watched No Way Home because it's the start of No Way Home 10. So no, you have seen Far From Home. I only know that because me and you spoke about it at one point, and we both agreed that was not the worst movie ever, but definitely it's really boring.
It's like a 5 out of 10 at best.
The reason I know it because me and you both agreed that we'd both rather watch Amazing Spider-Man 2 than watch Far From Home ever again.
Yeah, and that's saying something.
To this day, it's still true. Far From Home is still my least favourite Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Not because it's a bad movie per se, just because it's incredibly boring. Like, incredibly boring character-wise, incredibly boring plot-wise. The only saving grace is Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio.
Yeah.
He's really good. He's really good.
Back to favourite movie franchises, I'd probably also have to add on Predator as well. Because
It's only got one good movie.
Well, Predator 1's really good. Predator 2's not the best.
I've never seen Predator 2, I've only seen Predator. I've only ever seen the first Predator and one of the remakes. Not the most recent remake, the remake that came out in 2010, was it?
Predators, I really enjoyed that one because it knew what it was.
Does a guy become a predator at the end of it?
Nah.
No. What's the one where like the main character becomes like a predator?
Is that the one in Alien v Predator movies? Is it Requiem?
Oh yeah, I've seen like one Alien vs Predator films.
Like the first one was alright, then the second one was just dog shit.
I can't remember which one. I think it's the dog shit one.
No, because Predators has Danny Trejo in it. And I was like, Danny Trejo's in this, and then he just dies. I was like, oh, I want him to live a bit longer. But yeah, no, they've got like a Mexican, Japanese, Russian. It's like all like there's like top force enforcers or whatever, some shit like that. And they're all like there for
I haven't watched the Shane Black Predator movie. No chance.
I heard it's bad.
The only thing I know about the Shane Black Predator movie is that they've got an autistic kid in it. But it's like that really like it's like that Hollywood
autism.
That Hollywood autism, yeah. You know where that like this is not how a person with autism acts.
Yeah.
It's like why, especially somebody who's worked with autism.
Yeah.
It's so like when you I've seen clips of this one online like with an autistic kid because somebody reviewed it. I think it was like Dr. Wolfie or something like that. And it's that Hollywood.
And Dr. Wolfie, what a guy.
It's that Hollywood autism where any little noise makes them do this and that, man. The noise needs to be a certain frequency. It depends on the person. Because autism affects everybody differently. You get people with autism that are just pricks. Like they're just cunts.
Yeah.
And it's got no idea with their autism. They're just absolute cunts and they know exactly what they're up to.
Yeah.
And then they're just...
I think to notice with stuff like that is those being parents encouraging that behaviour instead of trying to deal with it.
I mean, me and you're probably autistic, we're just not being diagnosed.
Maybe not me, I'm perfect.
You're fucked. Mate, you're definitely... There's more chance of you being on the spectrum than me. Nah, because you've always been more fucking socially awkward.
I know I'm socially awkward.
That's what I mean, you're probably more autistic than me.
I don't think being socially awkward is a determining factor of fucking autism.
It doesn't help. Tell you that one, it doesn't help.
I wasn't socially awkward as a kid. It happened more as I got into fucking high school.
I don't know, man, you've always had more nervous tics than me too.
That's just because I'm afraid of getting beaten by my parents. That's it. That I'd like to clarify. That's a joke.
What was it?
Mum, Dad, get away from that.
I don't know, man. Well, that's what I keep getting hit with recently. My mum thinks I might be. Yeah, you might be autistic. I'm like, Why? Because I do stupid shit. Maybe I'm just stupid.
You're definitely stupid.
I mean, I didn't need that one to be clarified, because I already knew that. I didn't need you to be like, yeah, you're definitely stupid, because you know what, we're both stupid.
Yeah.
Well, the reason me and your friends, because we're
Yeah.
not smart enough to get other friends.
I'm trying though.
I mean, you're failing.
I'm failing, but I'm trying.
I've actually done a decent work with pals recently.
Ask. That fucking face there. Oh my god.
I think that was called camera frame by frame. That sounds like a jealous remark.
Nah, I'm alright.
A jealous remark from Mark.
Question mark?
Exclamation point. Happy to Mark. Okay, so yeah, fire above, yay.
What's some of your favourite movie franchises?
I mean, Spider-Man is a franchise itself. Like, if I disconnect Spider-Man from like the rest of Marvel, Spider-Man as a franchise has always been pretty good to me. I mean, it's always been enjoyable to me.
Here's a question for you, like, because it's just a random one. What do you think about the Rocky franchise? Do you think there's any good movies in the Rocky franchise?
Yeah.
Like,
The first three.
first three.
Right. And first three is definitely good, right?
I like Rocky 4, not as
I
like.
don't think Rocky 4's a good
I don't think it's
movie,
a
but
good movie, but it's in.
that's the one with the robot, right?
It's what?
Rocky 4's the one with the robot.
The robot.
Yeah, he's got a robot. You know what I'm talking? You know the robot.
Oh,
He's got the robot at the start. It doesn't play a part in the movie whatsoever.
It's
Is
just
that the one where Apollo Creed dies?
Aye, that's Rocky 4.
Yeah.
I also really like Rocky 5 because of how trashy it is. It's fucking bad.
Rocky Balboa's a bad movie, right?
That is a bad movie.
That's a bad movie with one good scene.
Yeah.
Is it Rocky Balboa or Rocky 5 where he does like the
Rocky Balboa.
it's not-
Sunshines and Rainbows is Rocky Balboa.
So that's the bit where he says that you don't get, it's not about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you get hit and then get back up. Like, that's a good scene,
Yeah.
out of context, that the rest of the movie's trash.
Yeah, but my favourite thing is the guy that's fighting him in that movie breaks his hand because he hits it on his replaced hip. Because obviously like it's fucking like there's metal or some shit in it, and he just breaks his hand doing it.
I haven't seen any Creed movies.
One was pretty good. I've not seen Creed 2 yet, but it's got Ivan Drago back, so I know it's going to be funny at the very least.
Yeah, but my favourite Rocky movie was the first one, right? You can't beat the
I like Rocky 2 one.
Rocky 2 Mills up just because he wins.
Nah,
Time.
I think I like it more just because I think the training montage is better in that movie.
Dude.
It's as simple as that.
Rocky 1's the classic, the iconic. There is no. But then again, you could say the same for like Spider-Man 1, but I'll always go with Spider-Man 2. Because I feel like it takes everything that worked in the first Spider-Man movie and elevates it.
Yeah.
I guess you could say the same about the Dark Knight.
I guess, but I noticed rewatching Spider-Man 1 and 2 and that, I was like, I forgot how awkward that is.
You mean awkward?
Like just something like the phrasing of the camera and like, because obviously Peter's awkward individuals is that, I'm just like, I forgot how awkward and it makes
So
me
good.
feel. Yeah.
You can't deny that the first two Spider-Man movies are within that like peak early 2000s superhero movies. Like that's where it peaked.
Yeah,
But the best hearty superhero movies, right? I don't think they're being topped, at least in the like hearty superhero department.
Oh, yeah,
I think what came close to me personally was Shazam. I really like Shazam. That was really
I'm
good.
not seeing Shazam.
I mean, I'm very excited for a lot of the DC stuff that's coming out recently. Like, can't wait for the Batman 2. I think that's going to be. I don't want to put any expectations because I never had any expectations for the Batman until things started coming out about the Batman. Like, Robert Pattinson's Batman. I was like the first expectation because I knew how good Robert Pattinson as an actor was. I was like, people.
The thing is how people were like shitting themselves at it because they're still hanging a fucking Twilight.
Yeah, like clearly not seen The Lighthouse.
Not seen The Lighthouse, not seen fucking Tenet.
Was it Happy Days or something?
It's something like
That was the one that got in the party Batman.
Yeah. What's the art house film we done? I'm forgetting the name. It's not Happy Days. It's another one.
They're all art house films that he does, Mark. They're all art house films.
I know. It's give me a minute. Give me a minute. Tenet wasn't art house, so fuck you. Was he a drug dealer in that one? I can't mind, but yeah.
He was in Harry Potter.
He was in Harry Potter, which is funny.
He wasn't in the worst one.
He's in probably one of the best ones.
I don't know. I don't like Goblet of Fire that much.
I love Goblet of Fire.
I don't like Goblet of Fire because I think the movie looks ugly. No, like genuinely, I think that's why they're ugliest looking Harry Potter movies.
I think the ugliest is probably either Order of the Phoenix or Half-Blood.
Half-Blood Prince is the ugliest, right? I agree with you. But the ugliness in the movies started with Goblet of Fire. You got to admit that's when they became very dark and desaturated.
Yeah, but I think it works that movie because it isn't overdone. Like,
alright, I'll give you that. It doesn't.
Especially like fucking Deathly Hallows when like he's fucking dead in that train station. Like that's.
Oh my god, that flat light is so fucking bad.
That was like seriously like sore to look at.
No, it's not. From the Harry Potter, yeah. Let's talk about franchises from books to movies. What's your favourite book to movie franchise?
I don't actually know. I don't think I can't say Stephen King because it's not a fucking franchise.
I mean, I guess you could like. Or what's your favourite book to movie adaptation then?
Stand By Me, probably. I do like Stand By Me.
How faithful is that to the books? I've never read the Stand By Me book. Well, at least I've not read it fully. I've read bits of it in school. I've never read it all.
Pretty faithful, but it leaves out stuff, especially the ending, because obviously Chris is the only one that dies in the movie. But in the book, Gordy's the only one left alive because Vern, or whatever his name is, gets killed at a house party, and I'm pretty sure Teddy dies in a drunk driving accident, from what I can remember.
That's a pretty good. I like Stand By Me the movie.
Yeah, I really like it.
See, I've not read that many books that I want to see.
Like, obviously, Green Mile is another great example, or
yeah,
there's a lot of Stephen King books that have got good adaptations, but at the same time, there's a lot of ones that have just got absolutely dreadful adaptations.
I think the It 2-part movies are a pretty solid adaptation.
Is that
the recent one? They're like that's a pretty good adaptation of the Stephen King.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I think part 2 was worse than part 1.
Yeah, definitely part 2 was worse, but I would still say in terms of the faithfulness, it's still pretty close. And I would definitely choose that. Like if I wanted to be scared, I would choose that of the original. But if I wanted just like a really good fucking time, drunk at my diner, I would watch the fucking 90s miniseries because oh my god, is that a riot. Excuse me, do you have Prince Albert in the can? You do. Well, you better let the poor guy out then. Waha!
Like, I can't believe that people, like, I think I was talking to my mum's cousins and that, and they were talking about how that was scary, but I'm like, how did you think this fucking scary?
Tim Curry can do scary.
He can do scary. He's been in fucking, like, scary.
I mean, have you heard though, man, what is it? I can't remember what anime he's done. He's done animated shows, I think he's been in a lot of animated shows, and he's done like he's played like terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Tim Curry was in Spider-Man the animated series.
I wouldn't be surprised if he done Grimm's Tales for Gruesome Kids. I wouldn't be surprised if it's him done the voices for that, or at least a voice at one point.
Who was he in Spider-Man animated series again? I need to search up because I know it's not Hobgoblin because that was Mark Hamill. What fun fact? Do you know what I just found out? Seeing Gravity Falls, you know the multi-bear, like the bear with multiple heads.
I realise I can't really mind much of Gravity Falls.
Can't really mind much. That was fucking Alfred Molina that voiced him. I never knew that. I never knew that Alfred Molina voiced the multi-bear in Gravity Falls. I also didn't know that it was somebody else. There was another big one. Natalie Portman was also in Gravity Falls at one point.
That's mad.
As a cameo appearance. So I never knew that. That's pretty strange, isn't it?
That is quite strange. Actually, you know what's a good? Well, it's actually better than the book because the book's quite shite. But Perfect Blue is a animated film adaptation of a book, but it's made by Satoshi Kon, and he's like, right, we're gonna keep the idea of the stalker, but we're just gonna scrap like the fucking bullshit bits here. It's actually a lot better than the book, and a bunch of the scenes in that still get referenced a lot, like the guy that done Requiem for the Dream, do you know the bath scene in that?
Mm-hmm.
That's like directly frame for frame a homage to the bathroom scene in that, and Black Swan's also got a lot of fucking themes for it. Actually, just his movies in general have got like a lot of fucking references. Like Paprika's pretty much like the pre-concept of Inception and is arguably better.
Well, Tim Curry was in Regular Show.
Regular Show?
He was in the Regular Show. You remember Regular Show?
I don't think I watched Regular Show.
Oh, you're missing out the Regular Show. I was traumatised by it at like fucking 10. Because there was like a scene where he like kills his best pal. I mean, it resets itself because there was time travel involved, but oh my god, I was shocked, like, because the way they kill him, you actually see the flesh and then the skeleton. I was like 11, and this was terrifying.
Actually, you know what it looks like? It's going to be a good rendition. The new Hellraiser movie, or is it series?
Yeah, I've seen. I've seen bits and pieces.
Because it's more based on the Hellbound Heart than the actual original Hellraiser. But it looks like it's going to be good. And I love how people are shitting themselves over like the fucking the person playing them. Because obviously everyone only knows Pinhead as what's his name? Is it Doug Bradley? I think that's right. Give me a second.
Oh yeah, Tim Curry was a scary movie too.
Give me a second. I think it's Doug Bradley. Give me a minute.
Ivan's family, the Queen. Oh, that's right. He played the Da in that movie.
It is Doug Bradley. I'm pretty sure if it loads. Aye, it is. But everyone thinks of the Hell Priest as Doug Bradley. You know, that's who the thing Pinhead is. But in the actual book, we never get a confirmed gender, and they're meant to sound like they've got a high pitched lassie's voice.
What talking about now?
Hellraiser.
Oh yeah, Hellraiser. Sorry, I'm still in the whole what was Tim Curry in again. And he was in Garfield. He was in Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties. Barbie and the Nutcracker. That's a Tim Curry. That's a real thing. See, when you look through all the things that Tim Curry's been in, you can tell the man just likes to have fun.
Yeah.
Never heard of that. Blue Money.
Actually, you know what I found?
He was in a lot of Barbie things.
I guess he must like Barbie then.
He was in Scooby-Doo and the Goblin King.
Oh, that's one of the bad ones then.
Oliver Twist, 1982. Ooh, I never knew that.
I know, I was in Cumbernauld where the college is, right? And there's the Cumbernauld shopping centre's got a library in it. It's meant to be hard to find, but it's really fucking easy. It's just right at the top, all you have to do is find the right staircase and that, right? So we got there's a museum in it as well, and it's got a bunch of cool stuff. We've got an old gas mask and like a automated typer machine, right? So I go to the library to look at the comic section, and do you know Arkham: A Serious Place on Serious Earth?
Yeah, that was the graphic novel that inspired Arkham Asylum, the game.
That was in there, and oh my god, I was tempted to just
steal it, just rob it. How good is that comic then?
It's very good.
I've only ever seen the art,
and the art's amazing.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Better than the Killing Joke.
Yes, easily.
Is the Killing Joke an overrated comic?
Yeah, I'd say it's overrated, but it doesn't mean it's bad.
No, not bad, but
it's overrated definitely because people think it's the definitive like best Joker story. But
I don't think so. I think there's been better.
There's been better recently as well. Like I said, Batman Endgame I think is actually a better Joker story.
Is Bruce Wayne dead again?
But in current
in the main continuity, is he dead again? Because with this, apparently it's got to be, what is it, Lucius Fox's son that's taking there the Batman mantle.
Isn't he not Batman? Isn't that not who he's meant to, like, I'm pretty sure he's meant to be Batman.
I'm sorry, but there should be only one person replacing Bruce Wayne as Batman.
Yeah, Jason Todd.
I would.
I will never stop hyping up Jason Todd for Batman. I will never stop.
I remember what happened last time Jason Todd tried to be Batman. Dick Grayson kicked his ass.
Yeah, but you know what? It was effective. It was militant. And
It was effective. By the way, you like this then because do you know who High Tops Films is?
Yeah, like I've watched them every now and again.
He's making a Jason Todd fan film.
Ah, nice.
So I'm actually really looking forward to it.
Actually, I'll say this though. I've noticed that like obviously Nightwing gets a lot of great fan films. And that Jason Todd, they never seem to like.
I wanted to do a Jason Todd fan film.
Yeah, same.
I've always wanted to do one. As a matter of fact, I've always wanted to just do like Batman fan films, just not to deal with Batman.
Yeah.
If I've ever done like a Batman fan film, it would be.
I remember we were talking about doing one, and we were talking about how it'd be like Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, and Tim Drake would be in it, mainly because
Yeah, and if I ever done like an actual Batman fan film, it would be like an adaptation of the Grant Morrison, Dick Grayson Batman run, where it was Batman and Damian Wayne.
yeah.
Personally, that's my favourite Batman and Robin. I don't know what it is. Everybody seems to hate Damian Wayne, but I always feel like Damian Wayne was the perfect. Like Damian's character was perfectly bounced off of Dick Grayson. It just makes it.
I think it's just because everyone doesn't have that in mind. They just think he's Damian Wayne Bruce. Which
Damian Wayne with Bruce, like because it's the same. It's the same character. It's just the same. It's the same brooding prick. It's like this is a broody wee prick, and here's an older broody prick.
yeah, I like Bruce with Tim. Like I like some of the runs where he's with Tim. I don't know why. I think Tim gets a good rap with Batman stories as Robin. I think it's just because he's got a lot of good stories as Robin. And then it's always whenever he's Red Robin, they don't really seem to have a good concept of what to do with him.
My favourite version of Tim Drake is where they just didn't want to do Jason Todd, so they just made Tim Drake Jason Todd one character. In the Batman animated series.
Alright.
Right, you know how like Tim Drake is the second Robin, right? In that universe.
Yeah.
The second and last Robin.
Yeah.
And what I love about it is the fact that they basically took Jason Todd's character and mixed and matched it with a thing Tim Drake done.
Yeah.
Like, no, sorry, that was just Jason Todd. Tim Drake in Batman the Animated Series is just Jason Todd.
Yeah,
He's got the exact same backstory.
I think that's the original precursor to them wanting to bring Jason back into the story, because this would have been before, like the.
This is like 1998, 1999.
This is slightly before like Jason Todd's like back, but it's Clayface.
It was Hush.
Clayface or Hush? It was one of those two, right? Hush.
I'm confused.
Oh, but didn't Hush not hire Clayface to play Jason Todd? Is that not what it was?
Was it the Riddler? Did Hush end up being the Riddler in this one?
I can't mind.
Because it's such a confusing fucking plotline.
It is.
I don't think it's canon.
It probably isn't, and definitely won't be now.
It's not canon anymore.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't keep up with like comic continuity. Do you know the original Batman and Superman are dead? Like the actual original characters are dead. Like Batman with a gun is dead. The Batman with a gun is dead.
It is quite sad.
Can you imagine if Jason Todd got to be with the Batman that carried a gun? How different that would have been.
I think Bruce would have actually been a good father figure.
Here they'd be like, Jason, did I just see you a fucking pulverised criminal to death? Yeah?
Well done, son.
Time to shoot the Joker.
The Joker originally was meant to die.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favourite trivia about the Joker. He was originally meant to die, but the guy's like, nah, we've got something here.
I don't know what it is. I just feel like this is going to be like a brilliant rival. I wonder what the thought process was. Like, what's going to be Batman's main arch enemy? A clown. Is it because he was like he died as a child? Yeah. It's all thematically tied to him losing his parents at 8-year-old. Have you ever seen the Harley Quinn show?
I've heard it's good, but I've just not watched it.
I haven't. Funny.
Yeah.
Like, you can't go in expecting something serious.
Yeah.
But
No fucking King Shark's in it, isn't he?
Clayface is in it too.
Yeah.
They kind of go hard in on the whole Poison Ivy, Harlan Quinn lesbian thing.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad. You know what? That's like, I'm glad that's a thing now.
Yeah.
Now I can whack cats down. It's canon. it's canon material.
It's canon fat material.
It's canon fat material now. It's not like all those weirdos who keep shitting Bruce with all the Robins.
Why'd you have to say that?
I mean, you can't blame them. I mean, it does seem very sus.
It's very sus.
It's very suspicious activity. You know, he keeps adopting these young men and then fucking making them dress up in this like garish costume that only like a femboy would wear.
Yeah, I think it's also equally as bad as when Batman canonically shags Barbara in the fucking Killing Joke movie.
No, we don't talk about that.
We don't.
I don't
like Bruno. We don't talk about that.
I've never seen that movie. Encanto.
It's not that good. Everyone's like, oh, it's so good.
Why was it so hyped up? What was the big thing about it?
Music, probably, is definitely a big part. It's visually quite nice, and the family themes are probably one of the better ones. Because it's not necessarily like there's a villain really.
Mm-hmm.
It's more just so family drama that's gotten out of hand, which was nice. But at the same time, it's like, it's quite boring. I just wasn't entertained.
I've never seen Encanto, don't have any interest in watching. I don't really have an interest in watching anything that Disney owns right now. As a matter of fact, I feel like I actually am going on like some sort of like Disney boycott. Yeah. Sick of them. I kinda want them to fail. I know that sounds horrible. Oh, you shouldn't want artists to fail. They work really hard, and you know what? No, fuck them. They've got plenty of money. They can afford. The thing is, our wife sits and says, "Oh, you shouldn't want them to fail." No, I want that. No, you want them to fail because let's be honest, they can afford to fail. Right? They can fucking spend fucking $3 billion on like a film. That film fucking lost money at the box office. Guess what? They've still got plenty of fucking money.
They've still got about 66 left.
Their failures are bullshit compared to my failures. Well, financially, anyway.
Yeah, my financial failure means I'm wondering if I'm going to be alive at the end of the day.
Financial failures in this day and age mean suicide.
Yeah.
That's sometimes an option. Like, I don't even think I can mention the S word.
Yeah, no,
You're dead,
yeah.
You can't. What is the way that
Censorship.
Yeah, censorship's fucking bad.
Yeah.
That you can't even talk about the subject.
Yeah.
It's like, well, how do you expect people to act?
You can't talk about it without a sponsor.
This was sponsored by Helpline.
Actually, you know what?
Get yourself some help.
You know what's bad and shows how hypocritical it is? I think it was Casey Neistat or something was doing like a GoFundMe for like I don't know if it was Ukraine or that. I think it was before that or whatever, but he was doing it for like a serious subject and that, and like I can't remember. I think they like just boycotted that because it's like we can't have you talk about this subject. Yet the Jimmy Kimmel show was talking about the same subject online and nothing happened to it.
Oh, so Jimmy Kimmel can do it. Fuck Jimmy Kimmel. I hate Jimmy Kimmel.
It's not that. I've got no problem with that. You can't just bullshit your way with it though. You can't just chat shit.
I just like, it's alright for this one person to talk about it. But
I don't think it was just him. I think all the chat shows go fucking fine with it. But I was.
Aye, because they'll be allowed to because they're talk show hosts.
Aye.
They're above the fucking stratosphere. They're fucking in celebrity crowd.
Which is
go fuck themselves.
Funny though, do you know, because I'm pretty sure like a lot of fucking streamers and that make more than them. And I'm not like saying that as a joke. I'm pretty sure there's probably like fucking.
TV's just fucking jealous that it's a dying platform. TV just doesn't want to accept that it's no longer a viable option for people. Nobody wants to be sat down waiting for 5 o'clock to watch the thing they want to watch. People want to watch what they want when they want.
And with the internet, it's just so much easier now to do it.
Why wait for 5 o'clock for Spider-Man 2 to come on HTV when I can just fucking jump on Netflix and fucking boot up my VPN and watch Spider-Man 2?
And not even just that, why go through and watch ads when I can install an ad blocker and that and just not watch your ads and just get straight to like a video or a documentary or something?
It's the times are changing and they don't like it.
Yeah.
They don't like it.
They don't like it.
They don't like it. The fucking pussies.
I will say this though, I think that's what is like amazing is we like no one really wants ads anymore.
No, because nobody wants it. People are sick of having things out there.
Yeah.
Especially when it's useless bullshit. Especially when they're trying what you do on a day-to-day basis to like get you ads.
You know what surprised me? They might be tracking what you like and what you order on a day-to-day basis and that, and I'm just thinking, if this is what you're tracking me and you've got it so far off the fucking mark, like Jesus Christ, you're trying to sell me stuff, mate. It's like you've got the fucking wrong shit in my breast.
I mean, if they were trying it correctly, they'd be fucking trying to sell me vibrators.
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué?
They'd be like, you're trying to sell me vibrators like a shit ton of alcohol. Like, oh, this whiskey's like fucking £10 off or something like that. Go and get yourself some good whiskey. Get yourself some good whiskey, son.
They'd be doing that, or like, you could get this entire manga box set for only 100 quid instead of 200, and I'd like fucking take my money.
It's always Peeps or fucking Raid Shadow. I don't play mobile games.
I don't play any mobile games on my phone. Like, not even pass the time. Like, I'd much rather just listen to music and just stare into the abyss.
I've got one or two things app-wise, and it's usually for writing.
Yeah.
And I've actually got like this thing called, what is it, Prompt. It's actually quite good, it's actually quite useful. I mean, I don't know how to segue into the conversation, but
That's me. It's not COVID. It's just allergies.
Something that's into the conversation. I haven't used it in a couple of days. I need to try, but basically you get a prompt, because that's always been my biggest issue. So I want to write something. I can never like the words. I can never just focus doing my ideas. So that's things easy, like ideas. Oh, here's a poem starter, or here's a writing obstacle, or here's a character, right?
Right.
So I went ahead and I've got three things written so far. Off a week ago. Only one of them I like. There's only like one I like about them, and it was so writing obstacle. Create a description of a character based on the following words: trustworthy, astute, beloved. So I've made up a poem. So it's got a poem. Right, I'm going to do it right.
Go for it. Right. Get nice and close.
Welcome to my ASMR. The deer scratching.
Oh, that was nasty.
That was nasty. There's your mental. Nice and close. Right. Greetings and thanks for coming all. Since last together many years have passed. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've counted 3 falls. That's 3 years since Daniel passed. Right. Every spring since has been nothing but grief. The soul of the band at most, and the best of us at least. You know how to rein us in when we've lost our temper with each other? He was in a way a protective older brother. Though he could bitch like a mother, he did it with love and kindness like no other. So let us rejoice in his memory while he's gone. It may seem a test, but to always smile and be happy and remember the best. So, yeah.
Bars! No, listen, that's what's called motherfucking bars!
That's my diss track. So, obviously it's about people talking about their dead pal and all that. So I thought that was decent.
That was quite good.
I thought it was decent. Decent for me anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I've got any skill in poetry. But
Yeah, what skills? What are you going to do, man?
bars, oh,
I got bars.
fire in the booth. Fire in the booth.
Nah, we need to record like a track one day. Like it doesn't matter if it's like a joke track or that, and that just how, like, you know, like how people have like a like they go like they'll have like something they've said, they'll be like fucking Fake Nation or whatever, like musicality or like whatever their fucking prompt is. Our prompt would be fire in the booth, fire in the booth.
Picture this. You're on your own. You're naked. And guess what? There's fire in the booth. What do you do?
Picture this, you're naked, and guess what? So am I. Let's get down to it.
Fire in your booth.
I'm gonna fire into your booth. Fire in the booth, man.
When you get caught for misconduct, fire in the booth.
What the fuck are we even talking
Got to be like one of the worst podcasts ever.
Nah, you know what though? I reckon we're going to get millions of views.
What do you think this one's the one that's going to take off because we're rambling?
Nah, it's because I reckon somebody will see this and think, this is so fucking stupid that I need to show more people this.
Yeah, great. Let's get famous based on stupidity. I think that's all we've got going for us.
That's all we've got going for us.
We've got any talent. There's a clearly show it is.
Hey, I'll have you know, I can fucking get S ranks in Metal Gear Rising on Revengeance mode. That's only the boss fights though. I can't do it for the regular people. It's too much up in the ass.
I've not got the patience to sit and play a game on the hardest difficulty.
Well, I do, but it's like I was actually like I fucked up because I went to redo Revengeance mode, but I forgot to because like I just hit new game just thinking like.
I've like Orange just got my.
Oh fucking hell! I was just in automatic mode in my head, and I forgot you need to like go to like chapter select and go for one and that. Otherwise it would like get rid of all your stats and all your combos and that, and it was just fucking absolute diabolical just trying to get through the fucking game with like no upgraded abilities. And the hardest game was like, fuck this, man. I'm not even going to finish this run.
I think the only game that I have completed on the hardest difficulty was Arkham Asylum. Arkham Asylum.
Did you 100% it though?
Yeah, no, because I'm not doing all the. I'm not fucked doing all the Riddler trophies. Go fuck yourself. I'm not doing it. I don't care, right? I don't. Everybody else was like, oh yeah, we need to get the Riddler trophies and all that. I just didn't. Do you know what I think would be worse for the Riddler? If you just didn't see if he was like, oh, riddle me this Batman, and Batman just went, go fuck yourself.
My favourite thing is somebody deliberately went out of their way to make sure that the Riddler was the first person captured in Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight.
I like the first. You know how because you're like. Because like it's normally the last guy, you get to go him first as if to be like, you ain't shit, you're literally the least important, so I could get rid of you first.
I've just not got the
patience.
Yeah, especially I feel like I would. You know what, man? I'd probably try. That could be like a challenge thing. We could try and do like a live stream. Like, can we get all the Riddler trophies in every Arkham game?
Okay,
I would maybe do Arkham Asylum, City, and Origins, but I'm a fucked in Arkham Knight because you now have to do everything in the Batmobile. And I'm not doing these fucking race courses. I hate the race. The Batmobile does not. Right. It doesn't work. I'm sorry, but the racing track, I hate them. I'm never doing that. I'm never going to master it. I've not got the time or the patience.
1v1 me at Mario Kart, bro.
I'll beat you at Mario Kart.
Yeah, actually, I won't know. I'm pretty good at Mario Kart.
I'm playing Mario Kart in a while, so yeah.
I'm pretty good, especially the arcade version.
Bro.
Man's just trying to let you be upset about the fact that he's going to lose at Mario Kart.
I mean, I've only got my Nintendo Switch. If you got Mario Kart one.
Yeah, I'll just go to the fucking arcades. I'll beat you in Mario Kart 2. Because like, for no reason, it's not the original Mario Kart, it's Mario Kart 2 for some reason if you're just Mario Kart 2. Not even Mario Kart 3. Or 4.
Mario Kart, so there's no Mario Karts in my fucking
Actually, no, you know what's funny? Compared to the fucking the arcade here at the Hollywood Bowl, the one in Cumbernauld doesn't have the fucking jump button.
You like with Cumbernauld?
Mate, that's what my fucking college is. I've been going to the arcade there at fucking luncheon.
Fucking hell.
Aye. Were you not listening when I was talking about the fucking library in Cumbernauld in the top of the mall? The fucking.
I was looking at my phone.
I
was looking at my phone and you're like, "Are you listening?"
No, but the lecture is like, it's really hard to find. It's just at the top of the fucking thing. All you have to do is find the right fucking set of stairs that'll go up to the top of the building.
You were looking for a less exercisable way up there. Nah, I can't find it.
You got a fucking elevator up to like the second floor as well. So it's like,
he doesn't know why be pressing buttons.
I know, but I would lie to you though, like, looking at that library, I was like, why could we have had this library? Like, it was really impressive.
I mean, our library used to be decent. We used to have a ball pit in our library, remember?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, but we didn't have a fucking museum in it, did we?
I mean,
true.
No, I don't fucking school for a museum.
I know, but the place was like real.
In fact, it only had like one volume of Ultimate Spider-Man. And I couldn't read the rest of it. I could only read the origin story.
I think it should be my one notes. Just give me a second. pre-edit photos. I don't know if they'll load though. I will fucking throttle you right here and now. Alright, and that's just going to take a fucking while to load the fucking photos. That is quite fair.
Assault.
I'll fucking do more than assault you in a minute, you prick.
All at the police. That's caught on camera. I've got fucking evidence that you haven't aggravated assault.
Good. I know the contextion's so shite out here. Not even the connection is so shite out here.
World's greatest detention.
The world's greatest connection. Great chat, mate. Let it. It's a great movie though. Dead. Hang on, actually, you know what? You can bullshit for like 5 seconds. I'm gonna go outside and just try and get these photos taken.
What did I talk about?
Mate, I'll literally be back in about 30 seconds max.
So, like, what are they? Well, just like rank the Spider-Man movies or something?
Go for it.
How many Spider-Man movies are there again? Shit. Last place, Far From Home. Pretty forgettable movie. Don't like it. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is next. Pretty bad movie, but really enjoyable. The Amazing Spider-Man 1. I enjoy it. I like that movie. It's not great, but it's okay. Then Spider-Man Homecoming. I think that movie's. I'm all at Homecoming, which is like. I think it's like the 5th one. That's like number 5.
For some reason. I can't even show you one. I was going to show you that as the person.
Oh, right. Sorry, let me get back to that. So it was Far From Home was my least favourite, then TASM 2, then TASM 1, and then I'm on Homecoming. And basically, the way it was is Far From Home, boring, TASM 2, not a good movie, but pretty enjoyable. TASM 1, actually, I wouldn't say good movie, but pretty good, pretty decent. Homecoming, pretty good movie, I enjoyed it, I liked Homecoming. And then it's Spider-Man 3. It's Spider-Man 3, Emo Peter, say no more. And then I'm going with No Way Home. Massive nostalgia, pretty good. And then Into the Spider-Verse. I would agree. That's my top 3, so I'm in my top 3. So that's Spider-Verse that's a great movie. Well animated, very stylistic.
I had a very enjoyable time watching it.
Yeah. One of the only times that Miles Morales has been yeah. Number 2, Spider-Man 1. Well, meet again, Spider-Man, Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe, great stuff. Yeah, and number 1 is the Spanish Spider-Man, obviously. Yeah, and Spider-Man 2 is somewhere. Yeah. So I ranked the Spider-Man very quickly on this podcast.
But it's just no fucking before.
Hey, you don't like just spend all day trying to like get this photo.
Nah. I'll show you after.
So let's start ranking fucking Batman movies next.
I'll show you fucking after.
Lego Batman's number 1, by the way.
I actually don't like Lego Batman.
You don't like Lego Batman? You're a coward.
You're a coward.
What's your favourite Batman movie?
Probably, and this does pain me, I'd probably have to go with the 1941 movie. Or was it 42? I can't mind. No, it's pre-Adam West. It was so good. No, I'm joking, it's quite bad. Probably the Batman. Yeah. That's probably that or Mask of the Phantasm.
Oh, that's a good one. That's
the. I completely forgot about this movie. Oh, that's so good.
Man, that is why I'm like top. I'm pretty sure I cried that movie.
Mate, I love the fucking Joker laugh in that movie.
Oh, that movie was terrifying.
Yeah.
Mask of the Phantasm. Oh, that's a great movie. That is a
horrible fucking PR for it to get it fucking released. Did you watch the trailer? Ever watch the trailer on that for it? It's like the most. This is a movie trailer ever.
No, I never even knew it was a movie. I just thought it was an extended. Like when I first watched it, I had it on VHS. Which was sort of like I was really into I was into that Batman specifically.
Yeah.
Like the Kevin Conroy Batman. It was either that. I would only ever watch like that Batman. A few of the movies. Like, I watched all the movies, obviously.
Yeah.
At a point in time. But my favourite Batman was the animated series or the Batman. Not the Batman with Robert Pattinson.
Batman, the TV show.
Yeah, that's a good fucking
That's
series.
that is very good.
That's like that.
Robert Englund's the Riddler. I swear I mention this every time.
You always mention this. You always talk about Robert Englund being the Riddler.
Because I love Robert Englund. He's done so many great movies, aside from Nightmare on Elm Street.
What I think is even more cooler than that is that Kevin Conroy plays Dick Grayson's dad.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
I think that's pretty cool.
Do you know why?
Because he's Batman. Kevin Conroy is Batman, as far as I'm concerned. Is it John DiMaggio that plays the Joker?
No, yeah, not in the Batman.
No.
He does it in.
Oh, he does it under the Red Hood. Yeah, that's it. He's really good as the Joker in that movie, right? Under the Red Hood, there we go. There's another contender for like great Batman, like best Batman movie.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd say it's the best though.
I really like it though.
I really like it.
That was my introduction. That was the first time I ever learned about Jason Todd as a character.
Yeah. There's a lot of people's first introduction.
Especially for like our generation, us growing up, because for whatever reason the cartoons are killer. The cartoons
Fucking scared of Jason
they
Todd.
do not want to do the Jason Todd. They don't want to touch it with a fucking 10-foot ball pole.
Isn't Jason Todd no meant to like be in Young Justice season 3?
Yeah,
But it's not really Jason Todd.
as I don't know, I've not seen Young Justice season 3 or season 4, which is weird because I really liked Young Justice when it first.
It was so good.
But for some reason, I never felt the need to watch season 3 or season 4, despite the fact season 2 had been on such a cliffhanger. I need to watch season 3 Young Justice. I think we need to do that. I think we need to like rewatch Young Justice and have that like a talking point for a podcast because I feel like that'd be interesting. Because I really like that Young Justice season 2 decided to have make Nightwing,
Yeah.
like make him Nightwing. I thought that was a pretty good idea. But then I was like, yeah, they're doing that again. They keep doing this thing where they just keep skipping their Jason Todd.
Yeah.
Why the fuck do they keep doing this?
It's like he's mentioned to be dead.
I know he's meant. I know this. I think that was the point. Like Jason Todd happened, but the point is, it's like they either don't do Jason Todd at all, or they skip right over Jason Todd.
Only Tim Drake.
Yeah, I just want to see him get beat to death with a crowbar in a in a cartoon for children.
Is this too much to ask for, DC? Is this just too much to ask for?
I only get it in Under the Red Hood, but I want to see it in a TV show.
More death of Jason.
And as somebody who played Arkham Knight, I don't like the way how they handled the Jason Todd story arc in Arkham Knight. I like it.
Also very depressed that his fucking playthrough, like DLC, was only like 10 minutes long.
He's the shortest one.
It's him and Harley Quinn, I think.
He's the shortest one. The longest one is Barbara Gordon.
Yeah, and I really like Barbara's DLC.
Yeah, that's the only thing like they added like a new map that you could free roam one.
Couldn't they have not just added a fucking, I don't know, fucking, like the fucking Narrows or something for Jason Todd to just kick about in?
And I didn't really like the Nightwing one either.
Like it was fun, but it wasn't overly fun, especially because it's only fucking GCPD you can pick about it.
I hate the Tim Drake design for the Arkham series. Why has he got a skinhead? Why is he a skinhead?
Why is he got a skinhead and why is he dating Barbara?
Yeah. As in, like, no, why is he dating Barbara? Barbara must be like fucking 10 years older than him because Arkham Origins established that she was like, what, 15, 16 at the time of Arkham Origins?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, something like that.
So 15, 16 Arkham Origins.
Yeah.
So she's going to be ages with Dick.
I don't know, like...
What is the Arkham timeline? Because the Arkham timeline doesn't feel like it can work.
Yeah.
Because
Arkham timeline's fucked up. And I'm pretty sure it was by accident.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember when Arkham City came out and there was like all that speculation about Jason Todd, like me and you speculate, like about all because it was Tim Drake, and we're like, oh well, we've got to see Red Hood.
Yeah. Oh, it's Sam already.
Saw him alright for like fucking 5 minutes. He wasn't
And his DLC, not even in the fucking main story.
Yeah, I hate the Red Hood he is, and like because he has like the Red Hood in the main story for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's literally he's like, I'll spray paint this red and just wear the red mask.
Also, I don't think Jason Todd in Arkham Knight's got a leg to stand on because the Joker's dead.
Yeah.
And as far as everybody knows, Batman killed the Joker.
Yeah. Like even Jason shouldn't be able to know. Like I've heard that he should have came back like, you finally killed him for me, and Bruce was like, yeah, that's what I totally done, son.
Yeah, I did that. But does Arkham Knight confirm that Batman replaced Jason before he found out Jason was even dead?
Yeah.
That's just fucked up because that's not how he does it in the comics.
Yeah, we actually know he's dead in the
And
comics.
plus, that's the only reason Tim Drake becomes Robin is because like
Batman becomes too violent with him.
no, it doesn't like what's his face? Bruce says no. He says no to him originally, right? He goes no. Because the last boy was like fucking blown up to smithereens. The last boy was fucking blown up. So no again. Never again. Oh shit, maybe I need somebody to keep me under control, specifically an orphan. Yeah. Specifically an orphan.
Actually, also, I've noticed, aside from Bruce, do you ever notice that Alfred gives Jason the most leeway out of all the Robins and that?
Alfred?
Have you never noticed it? Like, Alfred will treat like everyone fine, but if there's a chance of favouritism, it's either Bruce or Jason that gets it.
Just because they're the most. Well, Dick doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Dick doesn't need it, like, Dick's fine. I think it's more a case that Alfred knows which ones are most damaged. Knows. So I wouldn't say I don't know if it's much as favouritism as much as it is, well, fucking Dick and Tim have got maced off trauma sorted out. Got maced sorted out. They're pretty decent. They're pretty decent guys. They just kind of get in. They come in, say their piece and fuck off. Jason O'Halloran. Oh man, he's still fucking. He's trying to duel people in the middle of the street. Damn it, Jason. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the high top Red Hood fan film. Well, it's not Red Hood, it's specifically Jason Todd as Robin. So I think that's going to be fun.
You know what?
Hopefully we see him die.
You know what I wish we'd see more of though? I wish we'd see more of like Batgirl and Spoiler and all that, like interact with like the actual fucking Robins. Because it's always like, right, we've got these characters that will interact with like a main Bat family story, but aside from that, you probably want to see them interact together, and it's like, you've got a great dynamic there that you could use for like some issues.
In these comics, like the comics have like this great family dynamic, yet they don't seem to do nothing with it.
Yeah.
Like, you have, especially like the brother dynamic between all the people that have been Robin. I feel like the only one, like, we've barely ever seen Tim and Dick. We've barely seen.
You know what's funny? Do you remember in New 52 when it was fucking Jason that was closer to fucking Tim than Dick? Do you remember that?
Yeah, why? But here's another thing: we've rarely seen Dick and Jason interact.
Yeah.
Rarely.
Which
you think they two would have like the closest bond, but you think there would be like at least something between the two, especially since I feel like
one more recently where they were fucking solving a case together and it was pretty good. I think it was.
I don't know what you're talking about, but it's fucking this long. It's this long.
It's good, but it's like, come on, at least make this like a 7
This could have been a block.
This could have been a fucking graphic novel.
It's a one-half. It's like a one-half issue.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, but I'm devastated by that. I feel like there should be, especially with Dick Grayson being the oldest brother.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be more of him being more like the one.
Actual brother to them, instead of just fucking helping Damien all the time.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I love the Dick and Damien
dynamic. It's like, give me some more. Mm-hmm. Give me actual fucking interactions, make them feel like fucking siblings.
Yeah.
They're meant to be by now. They're meant to have at least like put it behind them. Like, they may not be over it, but they're meant to put it behind them. They can show like this.
I want to see like Mary Jason getting pissed off with Damien.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Damien would piss him off the next. Like, I feel like Tim's
actually, I don't know.
No, it's just because like, well, it should be Tim. It should be Tim that gets pissed off and he's with Damien. But
yeah,
it should be Jason, just because Jason has got about as much anger as Damien, so they two would.
Also remember, Jason was also in Damien's life because of Talia. Which
That's a retcon. We don't talk about that.
they always retcon for some reason.
Fucking stop the retcon, right? As far as I'm concerned, the timeline is Jason came back to life before Damien was even born.
Yeah.
So like, oh wait,
Actually, that doesn't even work because like, do you not realise like it's like it could have been a fucking interesting dynamic as well. Like, I don't realise that they've waited.
that depends what continuity are we going. We're going where Jason was resurrected by the Lazarus, but we're going are we going with the one where Superboy punched time so hard? Like, no, like Superboy just like punched so hard. It broke reality. Jason Todd just goes, I'm back now.
What the heck? Still got the moves. I know. I was going to say, imagine how interesting it would have been if like Jason goes rogue and Damien has to choose between Dick and Jason to follow. Like, just imagine like have a fucking arc like that. Just like
Damien does a backflip and snaps the bad guy's neck and saves the day.
I think that'd be fucking interesting. Like, Jason's off the deep end for some reason, and Damien's unsure of himself because obviously he knows him from when he was younger.
I mean, as I say, I think the closest we got to that was like when the whole Batman mission.
Yeah.
When we had the battle for the kill arc, and the Batman and Robin went run.
And
That's
then
the closest I've ever felt like there's like some sort of like kind of dysfunctional family going on here.
And
Because
then-
Tim Drake fucks off because he's like, nah, you're wrong, I'm right, catch you.
anyway, Ezra takes.
He is right? He is
I
right.
know. What's the one where Damien dies and Bruce decided is like such a douchebag. It takes Jason to where he was fucking murdered by the Joker to try and like convince him to help him bring back fucking Damien for death. Because remember that? It's like this is a son that's already died and knows all the trauma, and you fucking take him back there.
Imagine being Jason like, oh, fuck you.
And I remember like I'm pretty sure this. I can't remember if this is right, but like Dick and all that. I think Jason's been an asshole and he tells him about it, and it's like that. You did fucking what?
There needs to be, I don't know.
Like, and the thing is, I love that. It's so dysfunctional. It's great.
You have this functional family routine.
Actually, I want to see a Bat Family Jerry Tell show. You're not my real dad.
You're not that real dad. Your real dad was a crime boss and I broke both your arms. Fuck you.
Currently, I think Jason does have the best series.
Red Hood and the Outlaws.
Yeah. And like, I've not read in a while, but like last I checked, he was actually teaching a school of kids how to be supervillains in a volcano on a journey to the centre of the earth.
Why has he gone back to being a supervillain?
He's not. He just wanted something to do. But, like, it's literally Lex Luthor contacts him with it. He's like, "Fuck it, it's something to do."
Oh, you came with
Yeah, like the thing is, though, is like you're watching this. It's like, nah, there's no way these guys are gonna be super villains. you can just it's like, but obviously I don't know. They could be new.
I like to imagine his first thing is like, if you want to be a supervillain, rule one, don't go to Gotham. I will shoot you. I will shoot you in the fucking face.
I know. I remember like he's like, all right, class. So I want to see what you're capable of. I will not be holding back. And he just starts laughing.
I'm not holding back. Stands completely still and just fucking throws it back hands. I want to see that comic.
Yeah, but they've got a bunch of like really cool powers and that. There's like a bunch of weird. It's new characters and it's really interesting that. And he's like, yep, time to level them. It's morphin' time.
And he mopped all over.
All over them.
Okay. How long has this been going on for now? Does it tell you? I can't even see.
1:38. I'm counting. 1:38. 58.
It was longer. Jesus Christ, it's only been 1:38 minutes. Damn it. I don't know what else to talk about.
I reckon we can drag it on for another 20 minutes.
Another 20 minutes, right.
Also, just to fill in for the fucking footage that we'll have to cut.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Easy.
Yeah. Who's your favourite YouTuber right now?
Yeah, but YouTuber per se, but very into the fucking trash taste guys right now.
I don't even know why I asked that question, because I always ask questions that I don't know.
Also, you know, watching PewDiePie again because he's done moved to Japan. He's doing vlogs now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. I've always been into vlogs as well. Like I don't really watch too much anymore, but Syndicate vlogs is still quite good.
I watched a guy called White Light. Like does like game reviews, and they can go for like 30 minutes to fucking 5 hours. I'm not even kidding. There's one. I think he's got one on Death Stranding, and I think it's something like, oh, it's not.
That poor guy.
Oh, it's fucking. It is. Wait, if we want to talk about like long videos, like you know how everybody talks about, is it Mauler? Mauler's known as the long man. You ever heard of Mauler? No. Right. So where's his Death Stranding man? I swear in the video.
Also, I suppose Maxor, when he does upload, is always entertaining. Who else? Let's see.
Yeah, his Death Stranding one's fucking 7 hours long. That is a 7 hour and 15-minute video.
You watched it?
I haven't watched that one, so I've never played Death Stranding, but I watched these Arco. So far he's done Assassin's Creed Rogue. I watched that. Assassin's Creed Unity.
Let's keep doing.
Right.
Let's keep doing.
I reviewed Doom Eternal, but that's only 26 minutes.
I'll watch it.
And Assassin's Creed Syndicate 5 years later. Watch Dogs 2 4 years later.
I think I've watched one of his videos. I'm pretty sure I've watched the Unity one.
Assassin's Creed Unity 6 years later.
I'm pretty sure I've watched that.
Yeah. Probably. Spider-Man, Miles. His Arkham City was fucking 3 hours and 10 minutes. I watched that last night.
Actually, also, you know who I watch a lot? Like, I don't watch their individual channels, I just watch their fucking group channel, Sidemen.
I don't watch the Sidemen a lot. I know that's what I'm doing. Grief and Serenity.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know, I don't really like sitting down and watch fuckboys. I don't know what that is, I'm not a fan of... Not even the right word.
That's the right one.
No fuckboys, they're no fuckboys.
The footboys.
What I'm getting to, like... There's no I'm trying to get the whole or something. Maybe I've got a bad perception this side then.
Got bad perception, good.
But that might be...
That is a tragedy. Just learned that Celtic have leathered the Rangers 4-0. Tragic. But I know that's
Is your family Celtic?
Huns.
I mean that's a Catholic town right enough. So
I know I was going to say your perception of Simon is probably skewed, but it's also probably because Nathan just is bad at describing things as well.
But don't forget, all he was actually showing me is they like trying to pick up birds and all that.
Always, they showed you the Tinder pickup lines. Where my favourite line is roses are red, some roses aren't red and violets aren't either. I'm going to chop you up and put you in a freezer.
No, my favourite Tinder pickup line's the one my uncle told me and I'll never forget it. It's the, if you don't look like your profile picture, you're bringing me drinks to your day. That's a fucking peach.
I know, but if he's showing you that, those are piss take videos. Like a lot, like sometimes they'll try and be serious, but a bunch of them they're just like, nah, let's rip the piss out these birds.
It's no the kind of content I would tune into. Right?
I know, I'm not that like.
It's like fucking 2 steps up from reality TV.
Some of their Tinders are good, but I'm more into their £100 holiday versus like their £100,000 holiday.
Again, that just doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not going to say their content's bad or not like that, but I guess it's just not appealing to me. I can't sit down and watch that, I get bored out of my fucking mind. As a matter of fact, I've tried to watch the Sidemen with Nathan and all that, and you know when your brain switches off. My brain does that with a lot of the things.
And I'm trying. I don't know if you'd be into anything. Nah. You might be into their piss takes game shows.
How can I be into anything? KSI started off as a FIFA player, like a FIFA YouTuber, right?
And now he's a boxer and he's knocked out 2 people that past weekend.
Which is not good for him.
Which is.
I think that's.
Oh no,
I've never been interested in his content. I've never liked FIFA. I've never liked boxing. It seems everything this guy does is something I'm not appealed to. I don't find appealing.
I know. I'm not into I'm not into really any of them their fucking separate content. I'm just a fan of them all together. I used to be a fan of Vex when I was younger, but that's for Minecraft.
My mum having like all the diss tracks back in the day.
They were funny. Try and roll sweet. That's cute. You let your virginity to a prostitute.
I'm kind of nah. I don't find them that appealing. I don't know. What would you say my YouTube? I think I like analytical reviews and all that.
Yeah. Nostalgia Critic Enjoyer.
Oh fuck! I haven't watched that Star Trek video in a long time. I actually tell a lie. I watched his what's it called? He done a review of No Way Home. This is the only time I've seen the Star Critic talk about a movie positively. So I was like, yo, it was a bad review. He's still doing the exact same thing. I mean, this was a recent review, right? So I watched it, and it was still nothing's changed. He still did like the same kind of jokes. So yeah, nothing really changed. I watched that one review and then I decided, yeah, I'm not going to watch it anymore. This was just that kind of, you know how like the curiosity got to me. I wanted to see how he describes Spider-Man No Way Home. He's reviewed all the original trilogy as well. I might watch the Star Trek's original trilogy just to his original trilogy reviews just to see how much I disagree with him. Just to see how.
Oh well, because he thought the Amazing Spider-Man was better.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh yeah, including Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man.
If you just left it that Andrew Garfield's a better actor, I would have been like, alright, cool, I agree with you that. I agree that Andrew Garfield with the right script would be the best Spider-Man. I think so. I mean, he proved it in No Way Home. I don't know about you, but Andrew Garfield was personally my favourite Spider-Man in No Way Home.
Yeah, I'd agree with that because Tobey was pretty much just in a victory lap at that point.
Toby was in a victory lap.
He was on his fucking victory lap. Andrew was rushing.
You can't do that, huh?
Oh man,
Peter, I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
I really wish they brought that line in.
What?
I really wish they brought that line into the movie, putting some dirt in the eye.
I don't know how that would fit. I'm glad they brought in my back though. That's just my back.
I like to believe that after he got his back cracked, that he's got a fucking like renewed like veneer and shit. Like he's swinging so much better now.
Oh, because of Peter 2. Peter 3. Yeah, Andrew Garfield was my favourite Spider-Man in No Way Home. Which is weird because obviously my favourite Spider-Man is Tobey Maguire, yeah. But
I also think I would argue Andrew might be a better actor than Tobey in general.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's
like Tobey's got some really good roles, but at the same time, he's also got some roles where I'm like, or maybe I've just seen more movies where I like Andrew Garfield in.
I think that, you know what it is about Andrew Garfield? He has like a very, he just loves what he's doing. Yeah. Like he has an undying love for acting, and he also has an undying love for the character of Spider-Man. Which I don't mean this in a bad way, but Tobey Maguire has admitted that he wasn't like a massive Spider-Man fan or anything like that. He like maybe seen like a cartoon or two.
Yeah.
He might have seen a cartoon or two as a child, but he wasn't like a massive Spider-Man fan. He knew of Spider-Man, but he didn't get right. He never really got into the character until he like met Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi's the reason I wouldn't say he's into the character, but the reason he ended up having some sort of appreciation for the character and how to play him. Andrew Garfield had an appreciation for the character right after the fucking bat. Like, I think that's his favourite fictional character. Don't quote me on that.
I won't quote you on it, don't worry.
But I think that might be Andrew Garfield's favourite fictional character. I mean, there might be other ones. Probably is. But it's one of them. He's up there. Spider-Man's up there as like one of his favourite characters ever.
Yeah. It's like I say, he's also just got a really good repertoire of movies as well. Mm-hmm. You know, fucking Hacksaw Ridge, Silence.
The Social Network. I don't really like the Social Network movie, but I like Andrew Garfield.
I don't know. It's also because I'm not a big fan of Jesse Eisenberg.
I don't like Jesse Eisenberg as an actor.
Outside of Now You See Me, I don't think I've really liked him in anything.
What about Zombieland?
Zombieland as well.
Yeah,
I forgot about Zombieland.
I think that's
also more because I like Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, I was going to say Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson was the best thing about Venom 2. You got to take Venom. And you're gonna know what bit of.
Also, I completely forgot how good the Hunger Games were because Woody Harrelson's in it.
I don't like Hunger Games.
No.
I seen the first one and I watched Catching Fire, the second one.
Yeah.
I watched Catching Fire with you like years ago.
In the cinema?
No, we rented it in the fucking DVD to the library because it was like why they remember how like you had to have stickers.
Yeah.
It was why they wanted to take it to the library for time for it.
Ah, right.
So you took it out.
Probably in your library card because I don't had one.
Yeah, because you were like, it's a good movie. And then I watched it and I hated it. Remember?
No,
I hated it.
I went to see the last two in cinema.
I don't even think I finished it. I think I got like halfway through it and I was like, this is boring. Why are you making me watch this?
No, I really liked them.
I don't like the Hunger Games movies, but I don't like Jennifer Lawrence as an actress.
And she was good in Mother, and that's.
She was good at starting off Harvey Weinstein.
And,
So she was good.
to be honest though, like she's a good actor in fucking Mother, but that movie was shit.
The only movie I liked her in was X-Men First Class. That was it. I didn't like her. I didn't like her as Mystique in any other X-Men movies. I hated her in Days of Future Past.
That's also because they're probably not really that good movies as well.
I mean, Days of Future Past was directed by Brian Singer.
The worst part is I think that's probably like the best sequel movie.
Best Brian Singer movie.
Yeah. It's the best sequel movie.
The best Brian Singer movie because that was the one with the least amount of Waynes in it.
It's the best sequel movie to all the X-Men films to have like a direct sequel to one of the things because like let's be honest, X-Men and then X-Men 2 is just not that good and then fucking Last Stand was not good in comparison and then you got fucking Wolverine, X-Men Origins Wolverine and then was it Logan, but that
Logan's
was
a sequel to X-Men Origins Wolverine and the Wolverine show.
yeah, but it wasn't a direct sequel in lineage.
Oh no, what the fuck is the best one? The best X-Men ensemble movie, First Class.
Yeah, I mean I do have a soft spot for X-Men 3, but I know it's bad. I've just got a soft spot for it for some reason.
I don't know. The X-Men movies as a franchise, I don't really like to watch them because of Brian Singer.
Yeah.
Mostly because you said I'm not really that good at movies. Like
In general.
no. I think it was just because like the superhero thing was so whatever back then.
Yeah.
I personally think like the X-Men movies were coasting off the success of Spider-Man.
Yeah, actually also I just remembered Ray Park's in the first X-Men movie and Ray Park's always a delight.
Oh yeah, Ray Park. Yeah, he's Toad.
Good. And Darth Maul.
Mm-hmm. Dun dun.
Dun dun.
Saying that, I do really like. Is it Alan Cumming? And yeah, it's Alan Cumming.
No, it's not. He's finished.
Alan Nutty.
Oh, nice.
Is it Alan Cumming that plays Nightcrawler?
I couldn't tell you.
The guy who plays Nightcrawler in X-Men 2. That's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Did he ever come back in a sequel?
I mean, Nightcrawler did come back, but with a different actor.
Yeah.
It was the X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah, it was the young one.
I fucking hate X-Men Apocalypse. That is a fucking shit movie.
I remember going like, did I see it in cinema with you or was it somebody else I seen it with?
I've not seen it in cinema.
I'd have been with somebody else. It might have been with fucking Brendan and that. So I went to see it and I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
I remember.
Like, I nearly fell asleep.
Was it? I think it was like Charlotte or something that said, "Oh, that movie's actually really good."
No.
I think she's just a fucking shell for any mutants. If I'm being honest. Anything that has mutants in it, she's like, yeah, this is good. And you're like, X-Men Origins? I never asked what X-Men, I don't know what opinion on X-Men Origins is. I'll never know.
I've got a soft spot for that movie because of the video game.
Oh, the video game is good though. Like,
I know, we have this discussion all the time, but it's like that's why I like the movie. It's like, if without this movie, we wouldn't have this game.
X-Men Origins Wolverine is the only reason I miss movie tie-in games.
Yeah.
Like, most movie tie-in games were shit, but when you get a movie tie-in game as good as X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Actually, you know what? Remember the original Harry Potter games were so good?
Oh, like, everything before the Deathly Hallows.
I'm gonna turn into a fucking shooter.
Oh,
Probably not the best idea considering there might be high school students.
It's okay. At least it wasn't like. Imagine if it was like the Fantastic Beasts, because that's set in America, so that'd be.
That'd be even worse. Well, it'd be fair in the fucking new movie. They're in fucking Germany and that.
I haven't seen Fantastic Beasts 2
I have.
or Fantastic Beasts 3.
I have. I wouldn't say they're worth. Like, you don't need to watch them.
I'm not gonna watch them.
You definitely don't need to watch them.
I'm never gonna watch. I'm not gonna watch any of the Fantastic Beasts movies because Fantastic Beasts 1 was shit.
I like Fantastic Beasts one.
That was shit. You have bad taste.
Yeah.
No, my taste is shit.
Nah.
Look at you, you're drinking Vimto fucking light. Vimto Zero. It's just
Diabetes.
that.
Yeah, you want to see my EpiPen?
Aye.
I reckon go upstairs and get it from me then.
No. You don't get it yourself.
No.
Well, if you start having a fucking diabetes.
Just drop deep.
I don't even know what. Do you have diabetes?
No.
See, I'm not saying it. You could have easily went to the doctor and got yourself fucking
Diagnosed.
diabetes.
Diabetes. No, diabetes. That took a chunk.
Oh.
No, what was I going to say? I like the opening scene and the ending scene of Crimes of Grindelwald because I like Johnny Depp. That's about it. And then Mads Mikkelsen is just a good actor in general. But like I like a lot of the stuff that fucking happens in the movie and that. Like there's bits where you could cut runtime, shoot differently, and most importantly, the fucking funny thing is in Fantastic Beasts 3 is it went for I can't move against Grindelwald to I loved him. Because obviously you know how Dumbledore's meant to be gay. It's just like the like you know like I don't want to piss about it.
I want to go like -4-year-old in the movie or something like that.
Yeah, she's a teacher there, but she's
like -4.
Yeah. I know, but I just
Magic.
I just how it's like obviously like everyone's like I wonder if Dumbledore's gay because everyone like before we got confirmation and that. And it's like Fantastic Beat, like the second one came out before they could confirm it, so it's like I can't move against him. He was like a brother to me. Then it's like I was in love with him. it's like if you're in love with a brother, what the fuck are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
It's like all these people that write fan fiction.
Yeah.
That's probably right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's J.K. Rowling, so.
So it's not really fan fiction, but everyone's want to see it as.
It's a bad day when fan fiction writers are better writing your characters than you. Yeah.
Do you ever think about the fact that Harry should have married Ginny?
Where did that come from?
I'm assuming you've not read the books.
I know I've read the first 3 fully, and I read Half-Blood Prince.
In the books, like you can see, like it makes more sense in the books and that. But it's like I wouldn't lie to you. I honestly like I think J.K. Rowling also mentioned how she's like I think I just did it because everyone else wanted it.
Why?
Like I don't know because like I wouldn't lie.
Did they have any chemistry in the books?
They had some, but I wouldn't say enough to be like fucking marriage. Like if anything, I thought it was going to wind up with fucking Luna. That's what it felt more like in the books.
I feel like it was always meant to be Hermione for the start, but then for some reason it ended up being Ron and Hermione.
Yeah, no, that in the books it doesn't feel like that. Nah, in the books, like it definitely, like you can definitely see that.
Oh yeah, I agree because as I said, I've read the first 3 books, so definitely. But in the movies,
in the movie, like that's what it's also because they cut out so much of Ron's personality to just get to Hermione. Like they just have Ron be a fucking dumb idiot for a lot of movies. Yeah. Which is a shame because I really like Rupert Grint.
That might be my favourite book. I don't know why. You know, Chamber of Secrets and Prisoner of Azkaban are my favourite films.
I don't like Chamber of Secrets.
Why do you not like Chamber of Secrets? It's the best one.
I just found it boring. And I just wasn't really interested.
You don't like snakes?
I do like snakes. I was half tempted to steal Hayden's. Because you know, he's got a snake, I was half tempted to literally steal it from him.
Chamber of Secrets.
Huh?
You don't like Chamber of Secrets. What about Prisoner of Azkaban?
Prisoner of Azkaban, it's probably one of the best.
So, is Goblet of Fire your favourite one then?
Nah, I think I still do love the first one, definitely the best.
You know why it makes no fucking sense? You know why by the end where it's like, oh, Harry just staying in his fucking room, nothing bad will have happened at all because Voldemort cannot get the stone. It's clarified the only person that could have got the stone was somebody who didn't want to use it.
Yeah.
So like, Voldemort can't get the stone then.
Yeah.
So Harry should have just stayed in his fucking room.
Yeah.
That ruins Philosopher's Stone.
Does it?
Yeah, for me personally. It ruins the entire fucking story of this entire
That's
story.
that's the essence of being a hero. Meddling where you're not meant to be. My hero's name in the background, dude.
I went no way in My Hero Academia it's like fucking Deku showed up and being the person that's got the thing that the guy wants just because he was.
Draco was all for
That's different.
I went for all even.
That's different, like he's inherited that. That guy's gonna be chasing him either way, so either fucking fight or like no fight. Right? right, fucking.
Is a straw man? It's a straw man.
This isn't a strawman argument, right? But legit, all Dumbledore would have had to have said to Harry is like, just fucking trust me, just trust me, bro, trust me, bro. Put your name in the gun. You put your name in the gun.
My favourite thing is in the books, they just put in the middle of the fire and Dumbledore said calmly.
In the movie.
Like,
Did you put your name in the gun with the fire, you little cunt? I'll fucking curse you!
but yeah. Watch House of the Dragon.
Alright, so what have we learned today?
Dragon and probably Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You will do it.
I don't know why I watch Game of Thrones.
Listen, you can either watch it by yourself or I will force Nathan to watch it with you.
Nathan is single-handedly ruined Game of Thrones for me, right? It's not happening. I can't watch Game of Thrones. There's no surprise. There's no twists. I'm not watching it. I don't want to.
Watch House of the Dragon at least for Matt Smith. It can't spoil this one because there's only 2 episodes.
Right. I might watch House of the Dragon because it's a prequel. But I never let happen last time you tell me to watch a prequel.
But look, man.
Fucking confused for the entire thing.
You like it?
Yeah, the same way a mental patient likes getting looked for a job every now and then.
So your uncle?
Go fuck yourself. I don't know what's so funny about that. Say it to me, is that what made you laugh? Yeah.
Aye.
That your dad was falling. Your arguments are invalid.
I don't even know if I can fucking say that. I was fucking. Your mom editing get it on me. I don't fucking know. I've got no fucking reprisal.
Your mom editing.
Mom editing. Is it so fucking bad?
I'm on phones you constantly when you're on holiday.
I know. But she loves me.
No, it's because your mum doesn't trust you.
I don't know why I'm. Like you think like out of the people out of this group that shouldn't be trusted, it'd be fucking Nathan Hayden that'd be getting the phone the most. I reckon we should get Nathan on one time and like just insult all of his opinions.
I mean, we did that anyway. Yeah. I mean, he's not allowed to have an opinion without one of us going, fuck off.
So, actually, I'll say this, Hayden's got better taste than Nathan. Nobody much.
I mean, I'm looking forward to Cobra Kai season 5 next week. That's my thing, I'm looking forward to Cobra Kai. Is it next week? Yeah, Cobra Kai's coming out soon.
Yeah, I don't really know.
I mean, depending on when you upload the actual fucking start uploading these.
They're not uploaded, they just need to be fucking premiered.
I can't get into the account because it's asking me. When I made the account, it was my old phone number. So I can't get the code to get in. because I need you. You're signed in. You need to change the phone number.
Okay. Right.
To the last minute. I'm not the accountant. I'm up to it.
This is why you sign in and make sure you've got stuff noted down. I don't, but I probably should. Probably.
Right, so this has been Last Minute Podcast.
Last minute podcasting with my last minute.
With a last minute ending.
Last Minute Films production company. Please sign us. Alright, catch you.